I mean, obviously we know he's great in transition and you know at the rim, you know. So something that you're trying to take away as much as you can, you know. But the guy is talented and he does it, you know, with ease, you know, most of the time when you look at it, you know. So definitely try to just contain him. I mean, it's going to be a battle.
His ability to read the defense and make the right play, the right pass. How much pressure does that put on the defense?
Yeah, I mean, he's really, you know, he's really talented and definitely, you know, a better passer than before. And, you know, I think they have the right players around too, you know. So it's not like, you know, 5 people can just guard him and then you'll be okay. You have to worry about all the other guys too.
Have you seen anybody like him in the NBA this year, especially the way that he's been playing as of late?
I mean, I think Giannis is Giannis. Like, I don't think there's anybody like him, you know. Like Kawhi is Kawhi. There's nobody like him, so.
Does the stress level change as you advance further into the playoffs? More stress, bigger stage.
Yeah, I always refer to Damian Lillard. There's no stress.
It's been a long time since you guys were kind of in the underdog role. Do you like that sort of thing?
I mean, like I always felt like that, you know, in my life in general. So, nothing different.
You guys haven't played him in 3.5 months. I mean, does that factor in any of the regular season?
Right. I mean, there's different changes. They made some changes. We made some changes. There's people that we haven't seen on the team, you know, with them, and people that they haven't seen on our team, you know. So it definitely you look at the film and you know you prepare, but at the same time there's all the things that you're gonna figure out there on the floor.
The Bucks really like to take away the paint. How important is it for you and the rest of the bigs to knock down those outside jumpers to just open up some space?
I think we just got to go out there and play, and whatever you know different give us, you know we take it.
How's your hand?
It's fine. It's whatever. Just trying to keep some circulation and get some. I'm fine. There you go.
Yeah,
I'm good.
How much do you have to wear that?
As much as I want to. You know, I was learning how to cook, so it comes in handy too. Nah, but I'm just trying to do some treatment on it. We've been doing, you know, work on it, just getting it better, and I'm pretty cool. So look, I just take it off now. See?
You said you had trouble gripping the ball.
Yeah.
Game 7. How much better is that now?
I haven't done much passing or gripping of the basketball, but we'll see right now. So we have to shoot around. I'm sure, you know, mind over matter on some things, and we'll tape it up and get it ready to go.
The Bucks' ability to shoot very, very deep threes, how does that change how you have to defend?
It spaces the floor for Giannis, Bledsoe, for those guys to get downhill. It definitely makes it a lot further of a run for us. But, you know, we still got to be disciplined and know what the game plan is, follow the game plan. And, you know, they're going to make some shots. They're going to make some deep threes. You know, Brooks, you know, shoots the ball with the best of them now. And so you just got to be, you know, be confident and stay level-headed. You know, never get too up, never get too down. Just kind of go with it and make the adjustments as the game goes on.
Kyle, you haven't had your best games against Milwaukee this year. What about those games haven't you liked?
I think I just haven't played well. The one game I missed a lot of shots, and you know they forced me into make. You know, they made the passes to Serge. I think Serge shot like 20-something times that game, and you know that was their game plan. And the other couple, I just didn't play well. So I haven't. That stuff doesn't matter. That's regular season.
Have you faced a lot of teams that have forced kind of one, like Milwaukee's kind of wanted Serge to shoot? That's the thing they've kind of left open a lot.
That's what they've done most of the season with. I think a lot of teams they made having Brook down there helping, being a big body, and Ersan kind of roaming and helping. But you know they have the way they play basketball, the way they play defense. And, you know it's worked for them. I mean they obviously have the best record in the NBA, and you know they're number 1 seed in the whole in the playoffs throughout for a reason.
You guys haven't been underdogs very often this year. Do you like that role at this point?
It don't matter right now. Nothing matters but getting wins. Nothing matters about who says what or what happens. You got to go out there, lace them up, and play basketball. It's the beauty of the playoffs. Only 4 of us left, 4 teams left, and you know we're all pretty good. And we're us as a team. We know that it's going to be a tough hill, and we're starting on the road. But you know we got to find a way to try to get wins.
What can you take from facing some of these guys before? I know George Hill, you battled the playoffs a bunch of times.
Nothing. It's a different year, different playoffs, different game. You know, it's a new series. You know, it's 0-0 the series, and everything's different. Every game will be different. Everything in the past is gone. You know, everything that we've done, they've done, doesn't matter. Now it's about tonight and get ready to go.
Kyle, you haven't seen the Bucks in 3.5 months. What's so different about them and maybe that time span, especially Giannis in particular, who seems to be developing his shot?
I think that's one. I think Bledsoe is playing way more aggressive, hitting shots. I think George Hill's coming, giving him a great boost off the bench now, getting Brogdon back. And they got Chris Middleton's All-Star, Connaughton. I mean, I can go on and on, but they've been pretty dominant in these playoffs and just playing their brand of basketball, and they kind of been putting their stamp on every game.
Kyle, you guys had big organizational changes this offseason. One of them was coming back from Dwayne and going with Nick. Were there moments along the way where you kind of recognized, like, Nick's up for this?
I mean, when he got the job, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to go out there and play no matter who it is. And Nick's been done a great job this season. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals for a first-year head coach. It's pretty good. He's pushed us, and he's been really good to us. He's been a really good coach.
Anything in the playoffs that you're particularly impressed with what Nick's done in terms of adjustments?
There's been a lot of adjustments we've made on the fly. Just trying to stay in the course, never getting too up, never getting too down. Understanding the moment and not getting too up. Fiery, kind of just saying, okay, this happened, make the adjustment, go on.
Do you see parallels between Giannis and LeBron in terms of how to control them or try to control them in the open court?
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar with the speed and power, right? And then it's also very similar in the half court with the all the ways they use them, right? Handling, setting, posting. Yeah, very similar.
What did you make of the series that Pascal had against Philadelphia, how it kind of evolved as it went on?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a great game one, right? And then they kind of switched the matchup and decided to not guard him and play him with a big. I think it affected his rhythm a little bit. But I thought he was outstanding, man. He guarded, he chipped in enough to score, etc. I thought he felt his way through it pretty good. I think our theme now is it's a clean slate, and we got to see what this next series presents for a lot of guys and see where they're going to impact it.
Hey Nick, what is Milwaukee's ability to take deep threes? How does that stretch out your defense, and what kind of problem does it present?
Well, it affects spacing problems, Doug. You're always talking about spacing with both offense and defense, right? And offense, you're trying to create space, and defense, you're trying to take away space. But when they're stretching you out, or they have the abilities to stretch out, it just makes it that further to recover. If you're providing help, it's another stride to recover to.
Especially
And
with their bigs with Lopez and Mirotic.
yeah,
Get big, draw
yeah,
guys away from the basket all the time.
yeah. I think it makes interesting matchups, Doug. Sometimes I think you gotta get away from the norm. Maybe it isn't always big size for size or whatever. And I just think it's really interesting for basketball in general, right? To that the teams are not only has the 3-point shooting come so quickly in the last few years, and now it's all of a sudden 5 feet, 6 feet behind the line. It just keeps expanding, etc. Sorry.
So much has been made about the big stars in this series. Do you think it's wrong to concentrate on Kawhi versus Giannis as the key?
No, I don't think it's wrong. I think that's obviously. I just think that's how it is, right? I mean, it isn't much different than other series or in history, right? It's Bird versus Magic or whatever it is. It's the way it is. Those guys are obviously the focal point and leaders of the team, and they are the stars of the team.
For the league, just to have the two best players in the East square off.
Well, I think it's good. I think people are interested to see, how Giannis continues to grow and what how far he can take this team. And I think Kawhi has all of a sudden got everybody's interest too because of his unbelievable play in the playoffs. For our team. So I think it's two guys in relatively new situations, right? Taking their teams this far for the first time or whatever. So it's interesting.
They tend to use Giannis as a help defender. Would you ever consider using Kawhi directly on Giannis as a primary defender?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Well, I just think, again, I know I always say this to you, Michael, but there's going to be a lot of guys that have to guard these guys, and there's a lot of switching going on, and there's so much transition that I'm hoping we can figure out who the primary defenders are, right? Because that means it's in the half court, right? That's really a big key to the series.
How do you see the matchup for Fred and Norm specifically? They had a tough time with some of the
Yeah, well, I think there should be. I mean, again, I don't know who exactly they're going to play yet, but there should be some better chances for them to match up size-wise in this series.